This is
in
our
protest.
ultimatum.
Exactly. That's my one.
How do I do this? Mm,
My throat's a little dead, by the way, so I think
it's
it feels
okay.
like clear now, but I might die
Mm.
later.
Wow, guys, it's been a fucking.
Yes, that's true.
She loves yapping,
Talks. She talks like
especially
a
about her
normal.
feelings.
She talks a normal amount, just because she's not like a blabbermouth like some of other people. Okay, she keeps it chill, you know. I would say that Alog talks less than Ruby, also.
Honestly, that's probably that's actually probably true. I agree with that. Classic A-Lock.
A man of word.
Mhm.
How's everyone's lives?
It's
Yeah.
living. I feel
It
that.
sure is.
I super feel that. I sure am here. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's all right. I'm,
Oof.
I'm alive, I guess. I'm alive. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna have ourselves a good ass session. Things are back to normal. We're here
Good
to roll
time.
some dice.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to do some silly voices.
Yeah,
Well,
especially Alok.
I definitely am. Alok, it remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, oh wait, okay. Last thing that happened was that we figured out who the traitor was,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Yeah, it was revealed to us who the traitor was, and then
Mm-hmm.
wait, how do we know that there's another one?
Because Shaz did not burn in the Wraith water, so we know that he was not the one who made the pact with the Red Wraith.
He did burn, right?
Yeah, he burned. Sorry, he burned. Yeah, he burned. So we know he didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
Rocco is dying as well.
He's dead. He's just still in the Revivify Alok window.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
right.
That's why I said
No,
both. I said Revivify / and Alok window.
nah. Someone should knock me out, so then Alec has no choice. That's true, but it'll be your choice. It'll be on you. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's what, a diamond or whatever? Like, it's expensive. Cost of
Mhm.
things. Actually, with inflation, since we started this campaign, it's probably 2 diamonds now.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Indeed.
But if it's inflation, wouldn't that mean that like a diamond worth 300 gold would now be worth 600 gold, and therefore it should be half a diamond?
Oh, right.
Hmm.
That's actually a good question. Or does inflation sort of like artificially stay in check due to spell components?
I was trying to get you guys to invest in Electrum, and you guys didn't do that. So
Oh,
It
yeah.
did, did we
you, guys,
not?
you guys are now broke post time skip.
Just sworn.
I really am.
Yeah.
No, I laid the seeds there. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we're all here.
Wasn't that around the time Bitcoin was a thing? Or
Yeah, I was
more
doing.
of a thing?
I was doing a bit. I was doing a crypto riff of Crypto Bros.
I will not be blamed.
What do you mean? It's critical. I am gonna make
dare
Electrum so
you.
important to the fucking
Yeah.
plot. You're gonna have to go back and re-edit those.
I got
I probably did. I love doing that. I love it when someone says something off the cuff, and I'm like, "That's in the world now."
Yes,
We're gonna get
man.
really. That's gonna be NPCs specifically for this bit. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the seas of Ela as we float, sailing along in the waters between Terai and Edelheim, in this murky middle ground where the drier, less humid airs of Terai fade to this deep, encroaching cold coming in from the north in the wastes of Edelheim. Cold breezes coming through, chilling one to the bone. Especially perhaps you, Alok, who are rising up from the water, hauling Shaz on your shoulder, mustering what strength you have. Perhaps, I believe you, Gallet, were the one who retrieved Rocco's body. As you guys surface back onto the deck of the Reaper, almost like that first breeze comes to meet you and like emphasize, rubbing in the fact that you are not dry right now, that things are not as they should be right now. You all have been through a bit of a tough situation. A betrayal has occurred on the Reaper. A murder was attempted and then reattempted and success. And now you believe you have the culprit in your hands. Shazamir, this elf guy. What do we even know about him? No one knows.
I
But
think it was in Cannoneers B?
he was something who has kind of become a running joke. Wi-Fi.
Even the Wi-Fi can't let you say anything special about him.
Yeah.
being censored.
The irony.
The
Yeah,
wind
we're gonna cut
takes
around
it
that, right?
away.
All right, cut around that. Cut that. Fix it in post. Shazamir. It didn't line up with the audio this time. Who essentially, it's been a long time obviously since we've last played. Thank you so much for your patience. So I'm gonna do a bit of summarization of like the case and like all that stuff. In your investigation, you kept finding hints and clues that whoever had perpetrated this betrayal, tricking Bug and Barney to taking control of the ship during their night watch and sailing it out of Dawnbreak Cove into the waters, summoning a large dread whale and a host of Sahuagin to come assault the Reaper, poisoning everybody except the critical people so that they would be out of the fight and incapable of contributing to the crisis at hand. All of this was perpetrated by somebody who knew the crew inside and out, to the extent that they were able to factor in people's personalities, people's habits, people's like motivations into their plans. knowing that if they submitted a like food request to Miela, and it's the first time she saw this person request food, that she would pick that person every single time because she loves people and wants to give people a chance. Like, she doesn't want to make somebody else's favorite dish that she's made before. She wants to reward the person who is brave enough to ask for something with, something nice. She's that kind of person. This person knew that, took advantage of it to ensure that what they wanted to be on the menu was on the menu, then stole the seasoning and made it so that the only replacement was filled with poison that would be slow acting and act after dinner. They knew that if they put the idea in Barney's head that Gallant wanted to sail out and get a head start on their journey, that Barney would do it, no questions asked, that Bug would go along with it because Bug is dumb, that Barney would immediately choose to celebrate by cracking open his special whiskey that was pre-prepared with the antidote to the poison so that they wouldn't be affected and be able to steer the ship astray. They knew all of these things, planned for it, executed it, and who else could have done it but somebody who would go completely unnoticed in the background when important conversations were happening. Someone just walking down the hall, you don't even look because you don't register their motion. Someone who they're in the room and you forget and you just start having a private conversation with somebody and they overhear everything. Shazamir. He claimed that this negligence, this being ignored, is what drove him to this point. There are hints that perhaps there is something deeper at play here. Sparks of like a different face underneath his hardened, cruel, callous exterior that he was displaying to you guys that finally came off as Sully slashed the gas mask open and his face was revealed. There's more work here. There is another mechanism at play because Shazamir couldn't have been the one who first, summoned the Zawagian. He couldn't have gone into the water. He couldn't have rappelled up the side of the ship to attack Rocco. There's something else going on here, and what exactly we don't know yet. The only people conscious at this point are the four of you, Suzanne, Bug, Zisha, Dell, and Miela. As you guys, the irreversible snake venom poison wears off both Gallet and Ruby, you guys are able to collect yourselves. I'm going to put you guys on the deck of the ship right now as you guys gather and discuss what to do next. Shazamir is unconscious. Rocco is dead. I think the most critical thing in this moment to decide is, should you attempt to revivify Rocco or not? Because that is the thing we cannot wait.
I think that Sully would be like hunched over Rocco, like crying, asking Ruby to revivify him, just like begging her to do something at this point.
I will also give me a perception check, anybody? On a 19, Sully, as perhaps appropriately, as you were hunched over Rocco's body, maybe trying to see if maybe there's a moment where you're seeing, assessing his wounds, seeing how much he can be healed. His skin is burned from the waters of the Red Wraith. He was sinking in it, floating in it for a bit. It took some effort, probably on Gallet's part, right? I think you had polymorphed into... Maybe did you just dive in, or you polymorphed, right? And dragged him up. He bears the burns and the wounds appropriate for having not made a bargain with the Red Wraith.
What I also have had, like, I'm not saying it like carries. I'm just saying when I transformed into a sea creature, did that burn me? Like, probably.
Yes.
All right, that sucks.
You will note that it didn't. I think, Gallant, assessing between the extent of damage on you versus Rocco, for whatever reason, you feel like sea creatures are less affected by this. Almost like their skin is better adapted for water in general. I will sort of say, as you dove in, you were there pretty quickly, and I'm gonna say your charisma is pretty high in general. That you did feel some kind of like corrupting influence in the water, but more maybe because you are not really a sea creature, it didn't affect you to the same extent. You find, I think, that the influence of this water on like humanoids is more of a physical damage. On water creatures, it is more of a mental corruption.
Okay. That's weird. Hey, anyways, Ruby, diamonds.
Well, actually, so I was yanking your guys' chains. Alok probably will do this. Well, one, because it's been said that he has to, and he's like, yeah, I kind of do. But two, you did say that there's a way I can do this without killing someone else, right? If Alok gets hurt.
I did mention that.
Yeah. Now I don't know what that entails. So maybe if would Alok have an idea of what would happen?
I'm gonna spell this out to you very plainly. You may do this at the cost of permanently reducing your max HP.
That's what I figured it was.
I will say,
yeah.
Maybe there's. I will say there may be like a mechanic story-wise to have you gain that back, but this is gonna be a very real cost. And I don't want it to be like, oh, you prayed really hard to determine this. Okay, here's your. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it was free every time.
Yeah, like,
it would be
that is going to be the cost.
It sounded like you were going to lose a piece of your soul or something. Like
I thought it was or max HP, so I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah.
I mean,
how
I don't
much?
mind. Yeah.
To keep it fair, I don't want it to be prohibitive where you're like, there's no way I'm risking that. But I also don't want it to be like, oh, it's free. So I'm going to say you will roll 1d6.
Okay. I was figuring you were gonna say 5, so 1d6 sounds much better to me.
Just roll low.
Alok will do this.
Are you sure? I can use Repercussions.
Are you sure? We do.
Well, how many diamonds do you? How many do we have? Because that is important.
Let me check.
Do we know what it cost? Like, do we have any? I don't know if my character actually knows that he can do it and not make someone disappear on the world.
I don't think you know that, Gallant.
I never told anyone. I don't. Okay. Where did I learn it? Oh, I learned it while I was up in front of the people.
Alok, we have diamonds. We don't. Let's not get crazy. We don't need to lose.
Let's start killing.
I will also say this up front. A part of me wanted to make it like a cool reveal, but I don't want to take agency from you, the player. If you do this, the loss of maximum HP will be represented physically on your character as a part of your body becoming like translucent and like ghost-like.
That's fun.
If you think that's cool, or if you think that's lame,
he's got many scars.
Why
already,
not milk?
So why not more? Yeah, his skin
it's
becomes
milky
milk,
ectoplasm sort of thing.
Translucent, pale white.
Been through a lot.
That's my aim. As my end game, turning him into the milkman, literally.
Of course.
I'm just like.
You have a milk one time.
One time. That's pretty much the only thing you've been drinking.
2 times.
Anytime someone says, "Hey, what are you gonna have for a drink?" It's usually milk.
How many diamonds do we have?
2. We have 2.
2. Okay.
So
we also don't know if we can get any more because I doubt the diamond market is currently booming. I think I'll still do it. It is weird because like the idea behind me doing this is also like, oh, changing fight. This is important for fighting the Red Wraith. But if we could have just revived him anyways, I mean, I guess we're saying changing fate by not using the diamond, but we'll see.
We can use the diamond. Alok, you don't. This seems like a big risk.
Callie, if we're lucky, it's Suzanne, and I do it.
Which one? Is it a diamond or is it a lock?
I'm doing it. I'm using my.
I will say I will give Ruby. I will give. So you guys both have agency in this moment, and
That's
there's
true.
not
That's true.
It's not like there's a lot of time to talk it over. Like Gallet just brought this guy up onto the deck. There's probably less than 30 seconds, right, from Gallet jumping in, grabbing him, coming back onto the thing. Time has passed. His window is like short now. In this moment, Ruby, I'm gonna say two things happen at the same time. Alok, you make this personal choice of like, a cost to myself is a cost I'm willing to pay because saving lives is important, or maybe however you want to justify it. And I'm not willing to pay other people's lives, but my own, I can play with that. I can bet that or like pay that. Ruby, in this moment, is the player, your desire to say, hey, we do have the diamonds. How is that coming across through Ruby? Is it this feeling of somebody died, we should help him? Or is any part of it tied to the fact that Rocco did kind of worship you?
No,
is that any of that playing into it? Or do you just feel like you're just trying to do the right thing?
I think it's the right thing, and it's like, he's like it's almost like leave no man behind kind of a thing. Like,
maybe fresh off of Barney's loss?
Exactly, yeah. So he gave his all for the ship. He, as far as I know, he's only served everyone on the ship. So I would be happy to, not happy, but it's like we can't let him go.
Okay, then I think in this moment you guys both approach the body at the same time. Alok maybe holding your amulet, Ruby fishing the diamonds out of your pocket or the bag of holding. Which among you? What do you say to each other? If you argue, if you don't, I don't know.
I'm gonna assume that we all, as a party, know how many diamonds that we had ahead of time, so I don't have to ask that.
Yeah.
Ruby, I can do this. We don't have a lot of time, but I can do this quickly. I don't need to sacrifice someone else. I can do it to myself now. I can like hurt myself. It's a weird new thing. It's a new thing, but like it's up to you. We don't have a lot of time.
Rocco's not that important. He's not that important, Alok.
I don't know what that means, but we do have 2 diamonds, so I don't know what the cost is to you. So I mean, I'm willing to use a diamond.
We roll
if
for it.
Alok hesitates, I'm just gonna go for it. But if he does not, then I'll let him do it. Basically, I'm giving him an out. If
it's
he's
your guys' choice. I'm just spectating at this point.
So I'm looking at you, and if you hesitate at all, I'm gonna just.
Usually this does not happen. Usually one person has a clear idea moving forward. I won't even know our recovery services
you guys are both there.
Higher quality than this. Usually, we
usually
have 2 paramedics on the scene, both fighting each other.
13,
I feel like probably right before Ruby just is sort of like, okay, I'm doing it. Suli is like, you guys have to do something. He's dying. He's dead.
We're going for a buzzer beater.
I'm laughing, but she's just sobbing.
Just sloughed off. Did you see that?
Can't let him die.
Wait,
well, technically he's already.
I did the wisdom save to see if he would hesitate. I don't think he would have hesitated. I think he would have just stepped up and said, "No, I can do it."
Okay.
You do not hesitate. All of you watch as Alok, you hold your amulet, and you place a hand on Rocco's body, and you can see like the thread of his spirit lifting out of his body, being summoned off to whatever afterlife he was being summoned off to. You see it, and time just stops. You find yourself in sort of like just an empty black realm, and a large glowing green gate hewn out of like strange green stone kind of rises up out of the ground. It opens, and as the soul flutters towards the door, it halts. From the other side, a hooded figure steps forward, bearing a set of scales. He sets it and sort of just like floats in the air, very still, as if he had set it onto like an invisible pedestal. The soul comes forth, drops into one side, and it shifts the balances. Just the figure kind of just steps back and then gestures to the empty side, asking you to put forth what it is you would like to put forth. Alok, you look down at yourself, at your body, and you find that all of your body itself, your skin, has metamorphosed in this moment into like a strange sort of like coalescing, dissipating, reforming mass of like ethereal energy or like mist that is swirling around. It is your very essence. Half here, half there. It invites you to take a part of yourself and use it to balance the scales, to bring the soul back to the land of the living. Which piece of yourself would you like to offer? So like you're kind of just like mist right now. You just kind of like freely grab in place, and I will let you decide which part of Alok becomes more spectral and ghostly in this moment.
Okay. Immediately, my thought is something typically hidden. Which is most because I wear a lot of clothes. I thought that for a second, but I was like, that's definitely like a last thing.
His feelings.
It was just like we're talking like body part, right? Like body part that's gonna become translucent.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have it can just be like a part of my arm or like a part of my like side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you don't have to be like my gallbladder or whatever.
Can I give him my kidney?
Heart.
Unless
my appendix. I didn't want that anyway, or whatever.
No, just do things you can't get rid of, like nails. Just say nails.
Maybe take my wisdom teeth.
My tonsils.
My kidney stones.
I can't think of anything like story-wise significant that I can think of that like happened.
Just giving you if a story event is gonna aesthetically change the way your character looks, I want you to have control over it. That's all.
Yeah.
Is that line in your eyebrow? Or something like that?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Little fuckboy line.
Yeah.
That little line is like 5 HP right there.
Make your nose go away.
I mean, it still exists. It's just translucent, right?
Make it go away.
Yeah, you can however you want to represent that.
My thought is to go something boring because it's hidden, like a kneecap or something, like something that no one's gonna see because it's hidden behind pants. Or like a shirt.
If you want, it can just be like parts of your arm, but it comes off in like little chunks, like a cool like lines or something. I don't know. Just your whole right eye. Who knows?
I was about to say, what about an eye? Like, is it still functional? It just looks.
Yeah, it just looks cool.
He's like, I can do like a cosmetic, like I can look badass.
Yeah, this is me giving you
like the black veiny eye, don't you?
Yeah. It's weird because like
your two front teeth.
The thing is, if
what
you
will
give
you have for Christmas?
Well, that's why he's looking.
Well, that's what I'm gonna ask for him. Yeah. So it's hard because if Alok has the choice, it's gonna be a boring choice. If I have the choice and like, oh, Alok didn't, but you're just giving me the choice, that's different. So is it Alok that gets the choice?
I'm giving you the choice.
Okay. So if it's me, it's gonna be something cool. So does anyone have any cool suggestions? Like not stupid ones.
Oh. What about your nose? It'd be like Voldemort.
Okay.
And it's like a skull.
So anyone else or?
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Your lips.
Gone? Now, Liz, can you save us?
Here's my idea as your artist.
There you go.
Because I have to draw this, you remember.
With a creative vision.
I feel like the eye is cool / what if it was a combination of like Alok's boring idea, but also something cool, where it was like maybe like the side of your neck or something, where it's like it's easily hidden if you really bundle yourself up, but like it's easy to sort of slip, and like this like the side of your, you know, cheek or something.
Okay.
It's sort of like poking out, so it's like if someone is really observant or knows you well, they would be like, I see you.
You want
kind of
my,
thing.
you want
like a chunk of the neck. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, sort of like a up the cheekbone
Maybe.
sort of
Yeah,
star
I like that.
kind of
Okay.
thing.
Adding asymmetry to the design, you know what I mean, to make it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly.
No, what do you got, Gino?
My vote would be the fingers he uses to draw his bow.
I was thinking that.
Cool
I was thinking.
Oh, that'd be okay. That would be cool. Okay.
Because like the part that makes contact, like just like I don't know, these fingers I think is what you use. Like you do like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's these two. I don't know actually.
I was thinking literally exactly that when you said I had the choice, and because you said it, I feel like I want to go with it.
You can keep it hidden, but also a glove is an easy thing to have revealed. Like, you know, there's plenty of situations where like it's kind of weird you're wearing gloves, so that's like
Rockbo's not that important too, so you don't need to do like anything major for
Yeah, that's
and it
true.
kind of like is like because your arrows are like ethereal, right? So it kind of is like the ethereal energy from the
and you know
fingers
you can
like,
see,
yeah,
like you can see how much actually gets away by your d6 roll. If it's a 1, it's barely anything.
Yeah, you
If
know
it's a
what? That's a
6,
good point. If it actually, I like that. I like that. All right, yeah, let's just get a 1. That's not bad. It's a little less than average.
Okay, it could be worse.
Yeah, I feel like that could be. I feel like that could be the fingers. I feel like the more visible like neck thing, that would probably be like a 5 or a 6. So I'm fine with just being fingers.
Mm-hmm. Presumably you'll do this again, right?
I
mean, we do need to save money.
It's just a
health a renewable resource.
I'm gonna offer a version of how this happens. You can tell me if you don't agree, but I think Alok. Maybe at first, I didn't give it the decision to Alok. I gave it to you, right?
Yeah.
So I will say Alok does not willingly give his fingers in this moment, as we have constructed it. But I think perhaps Alok walks forward to examine the scales, and looking at it, perhaps he takes his fingers and like runs his fingers down the chain, perhaps just to examine it, or perhaps to test out the weight of the thing that holds the plate that holds that part of the balance. And maybe as he touches the scale, immediately feels his essence being stripped away from him, sucked from his body and deposited into the scale. And by the time he rips his hand away, perhaps out of surprise, or maybe he doesn't, maybe it lets go because it has taken enough. As this piece of you leaves, you see the scales shift. And color returns back into the scene, fading out from the scales. The world returns around you, and you watch as that spirit, that trace of Rocco's essence, slither back into his body, and he
I just am immediately curing wounds in him. I'm hugging him. I'm crying on him.
Rocco,
oh my god, you're back.
Lucifer, oh, thank you. What happened? He looks up, and because I think it's funny, I think in this moment, he looks at Ruby, putting the diamonds back in the bag. And he goes, "You saved me? My queen, you saved my life."
No. It was actually Alok.
And she's humble about it.
Alok slinks back. He's not taking this.
You're saying it was? He looks over. Is that true, Alok?
I mean, it was a group effort.
Serious?
It was you who brought me back, not Ruby.
Not Alok left. This was
this is method acting.
Yeah, let me stealth check really quick. No.
He goes, "Thank you, thank you all so much. It was right what they all said about you. Some people weren't fully, believing. Some of the new folk on the ship. can see it now. You guys are heroes. Oh, thank you. He hugs all of you. He wraps you up in a hug, Suli, because you're the closest to him, and you just pump that cure wounds into him. Oh, I feel better already. And he walks over to Ruby, and he goes, I'm gonna bow and stand. And then finally to you, Alok, he goes, thank you. He offers out his hand.
Yeah, Alok would do a handshake.
As you reach out, Alok, to take the handshake.
So, would Alok at this point know about the fingers?
I think it's unclear. Do you usually wear gloves?
How did this night happen? Yeah, he'd be wearing gloves.
I think you don't notice it. I mean, this is a weird vision, right? You feel the kind of the lethargy. You feel a loss of something inside of you. You've walked your whole life in this state of balance, right? A phantom, partly here, partly there, dead and alive at the same time, connected to the spirit world, the afterlife, but still bound to this living plane. You feel that balance has shifted a tiny bit. As you shake his hand, it's not that you don't feel your fingers anymore, but it's that they feel different. And I think that's the moment where you're like, wait a minute. I think I understand how this process works. As you let go, Rocco turns around, looks at you, Gallet. He says, I think I was under, but I had a vision. Were you a shark or a dolphin? I think you were a shark.
I was a shark.
A shark pulling me up from the depths, but it seemed familiar. Is that you, Kenton?
I mean, yeah.
Respect.
And did you see, on the other side, did you see a guy with cards? One weird eye?
No, I didn't personally, no.
Okay, I guess jail keeps him from that.
I think he needs to be nearby.
I'm happy you're back, yeah. What's that?
You see he looks and he goes, is that who did this to me? Who is that? He looks at Shaz. Who is that?
It's on the top. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the. I know it.
It's Shaz.
Shaz.
See,
God, that sounds so familiar.
That sounds like something we like talked about in like when we first got on the ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, Rocco. Yeah. Right. I remember Rocco.
I was. You know why I was there for that? You know what? Actually, I've been here the whole time.
Fine. All right.
And he goes, but why did he try to kill me?
Did you do anything against him?
I don't fucking remember. I mean, I barely know who this guy. This guy was on the ship this entire time.
Yes.
Did you see? Wait. Okay, so he went back to kill you. So it's obviously that you needed to die for his plan to work? Did you see anything incriminating?
We don't know that for sure.
I think it was because
he went back.
Well, it's because he's a dwarf, right?
Yeah,
he knew that he'd be resistant.
Well, that's why he was initially
stabbed. That was the first time. I think the second time, we don't know. It could have been they needed to, or it could have been just Shaz being sloppy and not being in, like, good communications with the other person.
Well, is Shaz unconscious right now?
He was not unconscious by Alok.
Okay.
So I will leave it up to you guys what you want to do when you bring him out.
Before we do, there is something I also wanted to try.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, before everyone wakes up, I think this is an easier thing to get out of the way while they're still all in one room and somewhat sleeping.
Yeah.
If we think there's two people, and one of those people can go in the water, and if it burns you, if you don't have the special mark, then I'm going to just get like a bucket or a cup, and I'm going to do that little thing at like slumber parties where you put the hand in the cup, and I'm going to see who burns.
What if we bob for apples and just have everyone take a turn?
That's going to be a lot darker with everyone unconscious.
Might be more fun.
So, I will remind you all that you carried all the bodies to the Corkin Cove. That was a thing. Zisha kind of spearheaded that, was ordering, I think, Kai to do it. So I forgot Kai was awake too, I think. You go to the Corkin Cove, and something sticks out to you. Shaz is lying there. Actually, wait, sorry. Wait, let me actually double check something. Yes, Shaz. Wait, is this? Shaz's body is no longer there where you left it.
Makes sense, yeah. He left to do that.
Yeah. The question arises as you go over and check everybody's hands. I'm going to say, Gallic, you're able to quickly use some water magic to summon up some water from below deck and whatever the sea, put into a cup and start dipping people's hands. Nobody.
Tallwood first. Oh, really tall. I double checked Tallwood. You're sleeping.
Oh, he's paralyzed. I'm so fucking old. I'm so fucking old.
Maybe the other hand. No.
Did we check everyone who? Not that I believe anyone who's awake is the murderer, but like we should just check, just for safety, right?
You check everyone. Yeah. You even check your mom.
Yes.
Well, you got
because I know that if she's real, she'll understand why.
She looks at you and she goes, "Smart," and just
cold, kid. That's cold.
You hear it back. And then she brings her hand up. She goes, "I understand." Yeah, you dip people's hand one at a time, and you land on Bug, and you dip Bug's hand in. Ow, what the fuck? This is not fun water. Every single person you check is fine. So then who was in the water?
Someone following us in the water? No, there's no way they could have kept up at least. Probably.
Unless they were on the ship, but... The real question is, in this moment, how did Shaz get out of the Corkin Cove in time to go attack you guys, to go attack Rocco?
But yeah, weren't we in the Corkin Cove, and then it was a whole thing, it was like, Sully, brain blast, and then went?
Yes. So what were you seeing? Gallet, you specifically, give me, we'll say an intelligence check. We'll say with advantage, actually.
Ooh, captain privileges.
I think before we went to the room, we were in, Miela and Dell's room. But either way.
That is true. But none of the people who were like hauling the bodies to the Corkin Cove saw Shaz move, right?
I mean, if we asked them that already, I don't know if we did.
You note that on a 16, there's one way you can think of that this could have been accomplished. And I only specifically called Gallet out for this because it is a method that Gallet himself has employed. There is a powerful illusion spell that allows you to both fuck off somewhere while leaving behind a double of yourself.
Are you saying that Shazamir misled us?
I'm saying that that's maybe the only thing that you can think of. At least it's the first thing that comes to mind, just because it's fresh. You did the mislead thing like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, this just happened from your perspective. So you're like, wait a minute, isn't this exactly what I did earlier?
Illusionists.
However, when Shaz was acting earlier, he didn't exactly, like, seem like a powerful magic caster.
Yeah, that's a 5th level spell.
That's a powerful spell.
And he went down real quick. Like, I don't want to be mean, but...
pretty quick.
That was kind of,
It is up to you how you want to do with that knowledge.
I will go to everyone to just let them know. And okay, Suli,
yeah.
Usually your father filled in for all magical type things, and I'm just wondering if like that kind of trickles down, or is this gonna be like a learning experience for everyone here? Like, what do you have like a magic sense spell? I know he did.
You mean like detect magic?
Yeah.
I don't, but my mama might.
And she's trustworthy?
Of course. What are you talking about?
I'm just getting, you know, everyone seems to be betraying us. You know?
Listen, I get it, but she's trustworthy.
I think Shaz might have been on this deck for a while.
Yeah. Do you guys know any super powerful magic casters who have a grudge against you for some reason?
No.
Couldn't think of one.
None.
Oh.
None exist.
Okay, well...
We're kind of beloved by all.
Well, actually, I think any of the ones we did have, I think they're dead now. So.
Yeah,
Gallet, I was saying,
Gambler.
Gallet, with your knowledge of the mislead spell, the range of that spell is self.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot cast mislead on another person. It is something you cast on yourself. Shaz must have cast the spell. Unless we're talking
wait, check his pockets. Let's check his pockets, see if he has spell scrolls. Maybe he he knows how to like read a spell scroll?
I will remind you that he was using warlock magic. He did Eldritch Blast. Me.
No, he did?
Yeah, I guess none of you guys saw that, so I'll let you know now. He did do that, yeah.
Well then, I mean, that means he can just do it all. If
that
if
also
he
being
sells
said,
enough of
we
his
should
soul,
still check
right?
his pockets, though. We should check his pockets. Does he have a room? We should check his room.
Does he have anything cool on him?
You see something in his pocket. It is a strange crystal. As you hold it in your hand, I think Zisha steps in. She goes, "Don't worry, I can cast detect magic." And she waves a little bit of drow magic. You see the crackles of energy. She casts. An aura flies out. And she takes this thing in her hand. She goes, "It's not a very powerful spell on this artifact, but..." And she presses it, but she like closes her fist around the thing. And it emits a faint, sort of like purple light. And as she does so, as it touches Shaz, you see ink glow all over his body. There are words written over and over, circling around his arms, on his hands, like everywhere with skin exposed, a little bit on his clothing. It says like, "Remember they hate you. Remember they ignored you. Remember who loves you. It is not them. Remember what you have to do. Don't listen to the other voices. I am your voice. I am you. You are not you. I am the real you."
That's intense.
Do any of you go to check his room?
I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. I think maybe some people go. You can ask somebody else perhaps to watch. Maybe Dale and Miela make it over, and we seem appropriately distressed at this. And Miela was like, "I know him," because she's that sweet. She's just such a good person. It's like, "Of course, it's Shazamia." And Dale's like, "Oh, that guy, fuck." And Dale goes, "With your consent, we can watch over him. I'll sit on him until."
Good.
You guys get back.
Okay.
like on his back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like in a threatening kind of way.
Look, we've been gone for a while. We don't know what happened. Chasmere changed a lot, apparently.
You know what? Fair. And you guys go down to his room. You open it. Your lock-picking skills make this trivial. Zisha holds this crystal aloft. It's UV light, but you know what I mean. This orb of illumination, of strange revelation. Light fills the room. And what you see seems to be an argument between two people, two shades of ink, one that is painted with real paint, and the other that is continued in this like strange, magical, illusory script. The magical script kind of like hovers a little bit above the walls and flickers and kind of like oozes. The real paint is just painted straight onto the wall. It is listing all the people of their crew, their various weaknesses. It's like points of attack. It'll be like, Bug, idiot, easily fooled. Barney, double idiot. Like, insecure, target his need for validation. Target his need for approval. Other stuff says like, Suzanne, it's like capable, confident, does not want to lead, forced. She will back down when other people take charge. It's like stuff like that of like revealing like all the information that like Shaz gathered over the years is like put it into this illusory script and is like almost listed as if to weaponize it against the crew. And the real paint is there saying, but they've never done anything to me, but they will. But they will. They have. They will continue to do so. Do you want to be ignored forever? Stuff like that. And then eventually on another wall you see, in illusory script, the Wraith will provide. He cannot hear you now. Let me in, and he will hear you then. You see, Shaz appears to be battling with whatever this force is that is invading his mind, and ultimately succumbed to it. Perhaps you see sort of at the end of the wall, you see they have returned. The time is now. And then you see the paint say, but I don't want, and then like trails down as if this thing has taken over. Almost as if your resurgence, your reappearance, awakened whatever this thing was. Or is.
So the language it's in is common?
I'm gonna say it's an Elvish. I'm gonna say that Suli is gonna have to be translating. And probably Zisha as well could translate.
And I could.
Oh, and you could. My bad. You know what? I forgot. What would you like to do with this information?
When we found that crystal, was that in the room with everyone else in it too?
The crystal, it was in his pocket.
But like when was he in the same room as everyone else in the Corkin Cove, or was he in a different room when we did that?
I will say you believe at this moment that when his body was found knocked out, it was the illusion already. That instead of like taking a dose and pretending to be incapacitated, that he instead cast mislead, put like a body double, and then snuck out invisibly afterwards.
I was wondering, like, basically if the crystal, if we saw it react with anyone else. So that's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It seems to be all on Shaz. Something emerges. This theory that you guys had of two traitors appears to be true, but not in the way you initially conceived of. Him having never been in the Corkin Cove as a corpse does answer the question of how was he able to move so fast? Was it another person? Him having warlock abilities would explain how he can, Misty Step, into very quickly into a space or perhaps dimension door, a feat that you would not have thought of him capable of previously. But with warlock magic, a lot is possible. What doesn't answer the question, though, what question is not answered is, why didn't he burn?
Nothing for that. I mean, he did burn, right?
He did burn.
And we are assuming that the other person that helped doesn't burn, because like I imagine there can be like a spell or something that when he changes.
He burned when he was unconscious, right? When he reverted back to his,
yes,
like normal self.
What if evil at the time?
What if like the spirit that whatever this is that's talking to him? What if it like when it took over his body and made him do all those things? The fact that it was in him and activated, like
it does
made the water not affect him.
It makes some sense because when I felt how it's like to be burned as a person and as an animal, and it is not. I don't think it can be purely physical because it seems like it sort of focuses on different things for different beings.
Yeah, I mean the wraith is like a godly creature at this point. Like
I think
turning the seas red is more as a magical thing that happens, right?
I have a question.
Yeah, so soul and magic probably change how that interacts. But we should still check his body for like a tattoo.
When I was in the water with him, he casted Eldritch Blast. Now, one, if this spirit thing like had left him or whatever, and like he was exposed, would he still be able to cast that? And two, did his Eldritch Blast look special, or like what did it kind of look like?
It was difficult to ascertain in the murk and the darkness of the scarlet water, but you could have sworn that the beam looked red.
Okay.
Hard to say when everything is red, right? But that's what your thing reminds you of. Elok, give me you know what? I'm gonna give this to you because you're just an observant person. You guys nailed it with the investigation before. You don't think I might be screwing myself over? Maybe I said something different during the session, but you don't think he started burning until that last moment when he looked at you with a different look in his eyes, right before you knocked him out. You don't think he noticed him burning until that happened.
Okay. That sounds right. And also another thing, this isn't a question, this is a thing to bring up, because I did write this in our chat at the end of last session, which was March 26th. He had a special black dagger, and I want to take a look at it and see if it seems familiar to another black weapon we've seen before.
Are you profiling weapons now?
Yeah.
Wow.
You look at the dagger, you examine it, you hold it in your hand. Go ahead, anyone can give me an Arcana check on this thing.
Yep, Arcana. That's a lock. Yep.
That's magic.
That's magic.
There's a dagger.
Actually, Gallant and Suli can make the same check with advantage. Sorry, Alok.
I don't know, you guys. It seems magical to me.
It's got some doodads, whatnot.
Gallant and Suli, you look at this thing, you clock its energy. As warlocks, you recognize this as a pact weapon.
Ooh, I have one of these.
Oh, that's what I thought it was too, yeah.
Alok was like,
What's a black
They
weapon?
painted it black. It's not really a black blade. It's a little one.
Well, that sucks. That means we can't even steal it for ourselves. You can just summon it back.
What's strange, though, is that typically pact weapons cannot really be separated from their wielders. And, I mean, this thing has just been in your possession. Like, you can move it away from Shaz as much as you want. On these Arcana checks, you almost feel like there's something about this thing that's incomplete. Like, the pact is incomplete in some way, or flawed in some way. something is like not fully clicking. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like Suli, as a being of magic, of sort of unfiltered magic that pulses out into the world, you recognize that this magic is almost, the magic in this thing is like reaching out for something and not finding it. Like if you cast a spell but you didn't have all the components, or you said most of the words of power but then cut off a syllable or two. Whatever is binding this thing to Shaz, it is not complete. At this juncture, you can continue down this line of examining things, hypothesizing. But you imagine maybe the only way to get answers at this point is to ask him. Yes, Gallet.
One more question, if I can glean anything from this, is can I tell how long this kind of contract bond has been going on in any way, like time-wise?
Time-wise, I'll make this a charisma check. This is almost you weighing the power of this pact with your own, right? Because you've had a pact for a Okay. Okay. On a nat 20. Gallet, you've been under a warlock pact longer than anybody else around you. I mean, Suli's here. She's a warlock, but she's kind of new to the game. She's new to being.
She's fresh blood.
Oh, she's fresh blood. She's been a warlock for like a couple of days.
She's the new hotshot. I'm the old grizzled vet. Yes.
Yeah. Something you reach out. This thing, this pact, this energy. You almost see it. You can almost visualize it flowing from Shaz to this thing. You can almost see the strands binding them together. The strand is very tenuous, right in the middle, as if it's only barely connected. The pact itself is a powerful one, but it's almost as if it is with the wrong person. That's what strikes you as odd. Gallet, you think that Shaz did make a warlock pact a while ago. It grew to a decent amount of strength. And something happened. It didn't sever the warlock pact, but it did make it strained.
Did it seem like it may have initially been a normal pact, and then say something may have happened to Shaz, and then it was still connected, but it wasn't fully formed because that wasn't the exact same Shaz?
That is what you think on a nat 20 and your own insight into this, your own player thinking. You think Shaz made a pact in a previous version of himself, became a warlock, had all these abilities, but then he died. I'll remind you, Alok went down into the infirmary and saw that Lily had kept a log of people who had died and had been brought back, via the magic of the Reaper. Shaz was on that list.
A couple of times.
This pact, it's like the pact bearer didn't die, the covenant maker didn't withdraw the power, but it's not the same person that made the covenant. Something in the way the Reaper is interacting with death, revival, and this covenant, this pact, is making things weird, in that a version of Shaz lingers that is affected by the Red Wraith and whatever this eldritch bond between them is. But this current version of Shaz didn't make that covenant. You think that is why when the other version of Shaz is sort of taking primacy, Shaz is immune to the water and can cast warlock spells. And when Shaz is sort of this version of him is taking control, the most recent version, I will say, you think that version is not immune to the water, because that's not the one who made the covenant. That is what you think is happening here. It is two versions of a person that are fighting for control in the same body.
I explained to everyone to this and feel super smug about figuring
Gallup
this out.
has this insane eureka moment.
Don't worry, Silly, you'll catch on. Yeah, you know, a lot of the times I also took care of the magic stuff. That's just how it is. Now, the real question is...
Wow.
What are we supposed to do with the contract? Because it can be broken. That's for sure.
As you explain that, Rocco goes, "Oh shit. That's where I know this guy from." You see, he stops for a moment and then starts to think. When they first recruited me, when I first came into contact with the crew of the Reaper, we got into a bit of a tussle. I think I might have accidentally killed this guy at one point.
Rocco, why?
Well, why?
Well, we were enemies at the time. You know, I wasn't part of the Green Ladders yet. You know, they had come to Palea for like some kind of like restocking mission. And, you know, they came to my village and, you know, this guy was like being all weird. I might have accidentally killed him. And then eventually when I told people, they were like, "Oh, don't worry about that. He'll be back." And so I kind of just forgot. It was like a couple years ago.
Wait, you accidentally killed him while he also was freshly new warlock with the powers as well? That was an accident?
Well, I don't know. You know, there was a bit of a tussle, a bit of a bar fight. And he was being kind of a dick. He was kind of being weird and kind of creepy in the corner.
When you say weird and creepy in the corner, are you talking like all the love A-Lock, but sometimes you can be just a bit, you know, in that
creepy?
corner?
I get weird.
A little bit, just a little. With you specifically in a dark corner, holding your milk glass close to your face, it can give off the wrong vibe.
No, it was more like, okay, this is A-Lock. This is A-Lock.
Okay.
Milk.
You don't even know me. We met like a couple days ago.
Milk. And this guy was like, milk.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
See, that's what I mean. I wasn't creepy. Like, I was weird.
I don't really remember Shaz, but I think I would have remembered if you was like that prior.
You gotta have this like shoulder motion going on.
I don't
and
like
I was
that.
I don't like the cut of his jib. So when the bar fight broke out, you know, I may have busted some heads, and apparently, I don't know, this guy. Well, anyway, we kind of patched it up after that. The next time they came into town, I heard about who they were. I apologized, and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry about that guy." And then I saw that guy, and I was like, "Oh, I guess it's fine."
Did everyone just forget that? I mean, the people on the ship, when they knew him when he was creepy, did they know he was creepy? Did they forget he was creepy? What?
Like, he strikes me as the kind of guy no one really pays attention to.
Yeah.
Like, if he's sitting in the corner like this, like, just a little. That's a little.
Don't forget
hard to miss.
Yeah.
You forgot this part.
There are some people you just like want to actively ignore if they're being creepy enough. Like maybe they'll get the hint and leave.
It felt like a collective case of that. Honestly, upon reflection, I almost kind of don't blame him. Maybe that's why he came after me. He blamed me for losing his warlock powers in the first place.
Well, he wouldn't have remembered.
I'm sure he got a grudge against you if you killed him anyway.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, something's. What do we? I don't even know what what's the moral thing to do in this situation?
Well,
part of him's guilty, a part of him's not.
Is there a way to like exorcise that part of him from himself? I mean,
there's not a lot of cardio you can do on a boat, but
Ruby is our therapist. You think you can handle that?
I don't think that falls under like a mental thing. It seems more like
that's still you.
Made a contract with the wrong person, and now I'm creepy kind of deal. That's not really.
But like, is it like an A-Lock thing because it's about the soul?
Well,
I've done my thing for the day. We're good.
By the way, we got super lucky. No, I checked. Suzanne did not die. I don't think anyone on the ship did.
I said it out loud. You heard me tell Ruby that. I hurt myself.
You see, Suzanne
okay.
says, "Hey, Gallet. Ex-captain to captain here.
Yeah, Captain. CDC.
You spare this guy, and look, I'm not gonna act like we were all nice to him. We weren't.
No.
And I regret that. But how are other people gonna react when they find out that this guy poisoned all of them, was gonna get them and everybody else killed, and you sort of just gave him a free pass?"
Well, it's not going to be a free pass, that's for damn sure, but...
All I'm saying is, I don't think court-mandated therapy is going to cut it. No offense, Ruby. I was saying from other people's perspective. I don't know if at this point in time you can afford them thinking you've gone soft.
I can afford that. I'm pretty sure I could pull that off.
The other thing, Gallet, is, I mean, how do we know if it's a part of his, like, past? It's... You know, he doesn't remember, but it's still a part of him. How can we ever be sure that that part isn't going to come out and try to kill everyone again? I mean, it happened before.
It's a weird... I feel like I failed impartially. I got nothing. I don't really remember this guy. So maybe something with knots? Knots? Anything
yes,
with knots?
Gallet.
Not ring a bell.
Okay.
Ah, that was good. But like, yeah, see, I feel like someone should have. He's sort of stuck on the ship.
Do you really?
And if everyone just actively ignores him, like, what's he gonna do?
Ooh, well, why didn't he release himself?
I have a question. What if I don't know if this would work. I am not super clear on the metaphysics of your whole ship situation curse thingy. But, I mean, what if he let go of the reincarnation thing?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Maybe that would sort of sever the ties he had to, you know, it would just be his one life now that he has, and maybe the other parts of it couldn't reach him. I don't know if that's how it works. It might not work like that at all, but...
I thought the deal we made was anything that they had at that time when we made that.
The deal was, the wish was, all of the negative aspects. So it was intentionally it was left open-ended so that people who wanted to keep the reincarnation could keep it, and people who didn't could let it go. That was
this counts, right? This counts as a negative aspect of his reincarnation, is that this thing from his past is still lingering. I mean, as long as he considers it's bad that he needs to change. I mean, I still think we should probably kick him out when we get somewhere, but I think we might not have to
drop him off in the coolest
I mean, yeah. We probably have a bridge, right?
There's not really any great place to, but are you saying, Sully, that the answer to our problem with Shaz is that we have to talk to him?
I think it's a start.
That's crazy enough to work. That's why we need some new blood.
Yeah, fresh eyes can really make a difference.
Yeah. Talking to Shaz. What a day.
I mean, I'll do it if no one else wants to do it. I mean, but you're the captain.
I mean, wait. But like, who does Shaz like anyone? Miela, he probably likes you.
Why would he like me?
I don't know. You're just a likable sort.
Captain, you're too sweet.
Oh, but like, I feel like there's got to be someone that's talked to him, someone who's maybe learned from him.
Yes,
anything.
Gallet, I've been trying to say I don't understand how you don't remember Shaz. We've done a lot of stuff with him. He taught me how to tie knots. Yeah, we have.
Oh, you're the oh, he's your buddy. Oh,
yes. We also did bring him with us a while ago to the trials. for Ruby, the choosing. We brought him
We
with
did
it.
it.
Yeah,
we
Yes,
we had a
you did.
dragon. No.
Yes, you did.
I also
He died
remember-
like instantly.
Yeah, he
He
died
died
very
right
quickly.
away.
Nico, I remember a dragon.
He died
He
so
was never there.
fast.
He was never there. I'm positive on this.
Well, anyways, yesterday I also built a sandcastle with him, so
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So that's also okay. So, Suli and Alok, you both are tasked with talking to him.
Oh,
and
I don't wanna
seeing
talk
what
to
is
him.
up.
I was just letting you
Well,
know all that.
Just be near him as a reassuring presence,
I can.
and also put
I
away
can
your
be near
blade because
people.
I'm pretty sure you cut him pretty bad.
No, I hit him in the temple.
Oh, okay.
So I only like concussed
then
him
who
and
cut him?
potentially gave him brain damage.
That was
Suli
that
did.
was me.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
But-
both of you are the ones that
No,
attacked
but-
him. Oh, that's bad.
No, but
Miela,
he was
I want
he was
you
under
in
the
that
influence.
group. I don't care if
He
you
was
say anything,
possessed.
Miela. Just stay in that
You might
group.
not remember.
You three. What? He has to
wants-
like one of you.
Me to talk to him?
Yeah,
All
Mila, we
three
got
of you,
this,
just
right?
generally.
He wants this whole conversation to be just me talking to myself.
Well,
That
no.
wasn't really the idea.
Why don't we just offload the work to DM again?
I'm just going.
We'll just watch.
Suzanne, figure this out. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Me and Miela are gonna talk to him, and you guys fuck off. We're gonna resolve this off screen.
Someone talk to him. Just get it going.
I'm going. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you as
Okay.
backup.
Dal takes her foot off of his back. Because we didn't like the sitting thing, I guess. I guess she was just like holding him there.
I was just being
the force of
judgy.
her. Let's go. And as you guys put some smelling salts under his nose or whatever, wake him up however you wake him up. He jolts awake.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
before-
immediately, yeah.
Well, before we wake him up, or right when we're waking him up, when he's still sort of groggy, I'm gonna, just in case, cast Calm Emotions. Just so that he's like, a little chill, just in case, because I don't know if he's gonna wake up startled or anything.
Yeah.
So.
Is there some kind of save for that?
Yes, I believe so. It is a charisma saving throw.
He is a warlock, so be careful.
He is a warlock.
Is that -5?
But
I just thought it'd be funny to give him a -5.
well, if that's really his modifier, he fails.
I just think it's fucking hilarious.
Well, because no one remembers him, right? So he must not have good charisma.
He must not have good charisma. Like you know what I mean? Like necessarily, he would have
Chino?
had to be.
Okay, so I thought it was a joke at first, but when you said he was doing those grooves in the corner at the bar, was he specifically pulling off the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 just got the... That was him?
Basically.
Okay.
This is his Venom, okay? He's in his Venom arc, alright?
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
And he's always had -5 charisma, that's why he's like that, okay? The question is, does he deserve it, is what I'm saying. You see, he wakes up and he's calm, and you see on his face, like, the shape of his face, like the way he holds himself. It looks like maybe more like the normal Shaz you're accustomed to. He wakes up and he goes, I'm alive.
You're right.
I'm alive. Are you guys gonna torture me?
No. I don't think we officially met, Suli.
You wanna shake my hand?
If that's alright.
He offers out his hand, and you see he's like straining against something, but he eventually makes it to you, and he shakes your hand. He goes, I'm Shazamir.
Shazamir, it's good to meet you. I'm still meeting everyone on the ship, so
Right.
sorry if I don't know you yet.
You're new here, right?
Mhm.
You're Suma's daughter.
Yeah, you knew my dad.
Everyone liked him a lot. They always talked about him, even when he was gone. They talked about all of you for a long time. You know that you guys were only sailing together a couple months?
Yeah. A short time. It's weird how time works.
Do you know that I was sailing with them for years, and most people don't even know my first name, and nobody even knows my last name.
What's your last name?
Azadriel. Shazamir Azadriel.
Where are you from?
You see, he sniffles a little bit, and he says, I was from Lucky. There's a community of wood elves there, sort of near the mouth part. Do you know that I lived in Lucky for a really long time, and nobody ever did the Lucky Lads thing with me? My whole family was born there, my parents and my parents' parents. And nobody knows that. Nobody ever did the sign with me. Nobody even knew.
I'm sorry.
Isn't it funny that you're the only person talking to me right now? Those guys over in the back don't even want to say a word. I'm gonna warn you, Suli, because you seem really nice. The moment you stop being interesting or have like a cool thing about you, they'll discard you as if you never existed. Not everyone is born special, like you guys. Not everyone is chosen by a god or fate or like a cool entity. Some people are just people and they tie knots really good. You know, one time I revived and they told me that my job was to clean the bathrooms. And you see Suzanne kind of like...
I just shoot a look at Suzanne like, girl, you fucked up.
In the Mind's Forest, she's like, we really need it. No one wanted to do it. And
his hands are so nimble, he can get in those spaces.
And I was good at it too. No one ever said, good job, Shaz. Good job for cleaning that bat. Have you noticed that we're always getting into ship fights and then we never lose cargo? That's because I tie the best fucking knots in the world. Nobody knows that.
Yeah. You know, Chaz, it's really unfair that they don't acknowledge you, and it's unfair that they give you the shitty jobs just because... I don't know why. I don't know why people are mean like that sometimes. I've never really understood it. But I do know something else, and I haven't been around as long as a lot of you, so I don't know as much, but I don't think you need to be special or be a grown-up to know that it's okay, and sometimes it's even better to not be special. There are sailors out there in the world, maybe not now, because maybe they died, but there are sailors out in the world who have spent their whole life on the same fishing boat for 60 years, tying the same knots every day. And they still can have a fulfilling life because there are other things in life besides, I don't know. I just think you have to find fulfillment for yourself, right? Not fulfillment from other people, because you're the only one who's ever really going to know the full depth of yourself. And so if you can't appreciate yourself, then other people might not be able to either. I am not special anymore. My dad might have told you things about me, and you might have heard things about me, but I gave that all up because I didn't want it anymore. I wanted to be someone more like you, who can blend in with everyone else. So it's a blessing and a curse, I guess.
I guess. Maybe it's true what they say then. The sea is always calmer on the other tide. From my perspective, you have it all. And you don't even want it.
Sounds like you've been really lonely all this time, haven't you?
I've had him, he points at his forehead, and he says, he's been keeping me company. I don't like all the things he says, but at least he talks to me.
Do you know who he is?
He's me. He's a part of me that got sick of it, who lived long enough to get tired of being treated this way, who reached out to somebody who he thought would help him. Do you know that this is the longest conversation I've ever had with anyone on the ship that wasn't me? No one's ever asked me one more thing. I know that what I did, what the thing in my head still wants me to do, is not forgivable. Every time I've died, you see, people have started remembering things that started even before you guys left. Past lives. Their first one and more recent ones. I remember too much. This thing is always going to be in me. I'm always going to be angry. But
what if okay, here's a question for you. A thought exercise, if you will. Let's get into the space. Pretend the voice in your head doesn't exist. Pretend like the red wraith, all that shit doesn't exist, right? What is it that you want in this life, in this world? What would you want to be doing?
I guess I just want to have like a group of people who like me and, make jokes with me. And we can laugh together and go on adventures. That's why I left home. I wanted to be a cool sailor, a brave pirate. When Aramis first recruited me, I wasn't even dead yet. I just begged.
Yeah, what happened with that? You just really wanted to be a part of the crew, and so he let you.
Yeah. I suppose knowing him, he probably thought it was funny.
Why would he think it was funny?
Just a guy who can't do anything, tagging along with, what? Master thief, a professor at magic who can also wield a battle axe, the son of the freaking dean of a magic school. Nico.
Yes. Well, Nico's a weird one. I really believe that you can still have that. I mean, you've got your whole life ahead of you, right? There's still time. But I'll be honest with you, Shaz, about what's happening here on this boat right now is that not you understand, not you sitting right here before me shaking my hand, but a you from a long time ago that was really hurt and really angry. That version of you is putting all of these people in danger. And there's a way, I think that there's a way that we can make them not so dangerous anymore.
What do I do?
But I think that's the problem. I think it's a thing in your heart. I think it's not something, a spell that we can do on you, but I think it's that you have to understand why holding on to that part of you is hurting not just everyone else here, but it's hurting you. It's letting you not move on. I saw your paintings on the wall. You don't want to hurt anyone. You don't want to think that people are cruel, and you don't want to think that people will always do the wrong thing. I can tell that that's not really you. It's him, that old guy somewhere in there. I think if you can realize that and let him go, things are a little bit new around here these days. I think you can sever your bond with him, but you have to forgive yourself and you have to reject him completely and understand why what he's doing is wrong.
You see, he bows his head at that. And he says, "A new start?
Yeah. Totally new."
Am I gonna have to die again?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think all you have to do is understand that your connection to him is a side effect of the curse on this ship, that it's not serving you and it's hurting everyone else.
Nods and he says, "But everyone's gonna know what I did. I guess they'll know my name now, but they'll hate me. Could you maybe tell them that you killed me?"
Would you want that?
I don't know.
I mean, here's the other thing is life might be really hard for you here after this because of everything that's happened. And not because it'll be different now. Kind of a curse because people will know who you are, but they're gonna be really angry.
He nods and he says, at least they'll know my name.
Casimir Hazadriel. Son of Loki. I'll do a Loki lad symbol at him.
He weakly does it. And then just starts weeping actual tears.
Ruby, I'm working here. I'm working.
It's like shaking on his forehead. He says, what do I do now?
Have you sort of like look him over, seeing if it's worked? Like, I think Suli is like, I don't know how the wish works. Like, I don't know if he really considers a negative effect or not. Like, I feel like I don't know how she would tell.
You see.
Oh wait, Ma, the stone. Here, bring me the stone.
She has. I trust you, and gives you the stone.
And I hold it, and I close my eyes, and I will it to become shiny, to see if the writing is still on him.
The writing becomes faint. It is much fainter than you first noticed, when you first had. Is he fully? You shook his hand. Did you guys untie him?
I think I probably would have wanted to for this, unless anyone else was like, no, don't do it.
If you began it with untying him, fine, but if he's still tied up, I'd say you can leave it there.
I think I probably would have wanted to start with that, like, as a trust exercise, but then I probably would have wanted everyone to, like, be, you know, in the perimeter, sort of, like, just in case he bolts, but,
You see, he says, Suli, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. I will try.
Now give me an insight check.
Okay.
On a 22 perception followed by a 14 insight, you catch, almost in slow motion, as he reaches out with the hand that he used to shake your hand to grab the crystal. On a 14 insight check, however, you don't think he has ill intent with this motion. Do you allow him to take it?
I feel like my reflex, even though I, like, am wanting to trust him and such, I feel like Suli's reflex automatically would be to, like, try to yank it sort of out of reach. Like, if he's moving suddenly, like, jolting for it, I would be like, nope.
Yeah, he does. You see his hand kind of, like, shakes a little bit. He goes and says, please.
We get closer.
I assume I'm still running on the 14 insight check, so I think Suli is going to just take a deep breath and hope that she's not being naive and give it to him.
I'm prepared with a counterspell.
He takes it in his hand, and as he brings it close to his chest, he gazes up at all of you, tensed up, weapons ready on your case, Ruby. Galad, you preparing a spell. Or, not maybe preparing.
Yeah, no, I'm just,
obviously,
I'm letting you know, the moment I see something magic, counterspell.
Like, guarded, you see Suzanne's hand is at her rapier, you see Zisha is also, like, always battle ready. And he goes, I had 100 tries, more maybe, less, I don't know, I don't remember. to start again and again and maybe get what I wanted here on the ship. And whether it's other people being awful or just me not knowing what to do, I messed it up every time. I don't want to die again. I don't want to start over. But there's no more future for me here.
Is that not the same thing that we're all doing here, though? The same thing over and over again, trying to defeat the Red Wraith?
But you get to do it with friends. You see, he takes the crystal and he smashes it on the ground. Nothing explodes. Nothing erupts. No harm is done to anyone. Perhaps some of you involuntarily, begin a movement as he, makes a quick motion. But as you see that nothing harmful occurs, perhaps you lower your guard slightly. He says, I won't listen to him anymore. I'll let go. I can't talk to him without that.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Can I also do one at this point?
Absolutely.
For that saying specifically.
Okay. Gal, give me one as well.
Ooh. I don't trust this guy.
Dooley, you see a person. Your words have had a huge impact on him in this juncture. But he is simply too far gone for things to go, for him to be able to start again here. You know what I mean? Like, he crossed the line.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that your words fell on deaf ears. I think in this moment, this is Shaz realizing it is too late for these people to reach me or for the situation to be fixed. But it's not too late for me to help myself.
Mm-hmm. I think that is kind of what I think that's like what Suli sort of was expecting a little bit, because I think
because if this happened episode 12, maybe we could have done a happy ending.
Yeah.
But where we are in this world,
if someone didn't die permanently, then that also.
Yeah.
But that's not the world we live in. There's a world where forgiveness can happen, but forgetting never can. And it is in that world that Chaz chooses to sever his tie in this moment. You watch an energy dissipate from him as he releases himself from the curse of the Wraith, of the Reaper entirely. The respawn and his previous lives drift away from him in an active way. He goes, he won't be able to talk to me anymore. I don't get to come back anymore. And I don't want to. Ruby, yes.
I punch him.
Sure. Yeah, I think you just fully walk up, deck him in the face, and he just hits the ground. He doesn't say anything. Almost just lays there, just kind of nodding. And as he kind of groggily gets up, he says, just offers his hands to be bound again. And he says, they'll riot if you don't, I think. But if you could just leave me wherever you stop next, you can keep me in the brig till then. Or I guess if you wanted to kill me, I couldn't stop you. But
you'll be going in the brig.
Okay.
And also, dagger.
You see he lifts up the dagger, and you watch as it crumbles away into dark sand. The pact has been severed. This version of Shaz that made the covenant, the Eldritch Bond, is gone. The pact is over.
All right. You can keep the dust.
Kind of
You know what? Oh, I do like. Sorry, go for it.
You tie him up again?
Well, whatever the procedure is, handcuff him or something.
You handcuff him, you tie him up, and you see he says, I wish I could have just taken the easy way out and just respawned again. Tried a different approach, maybe better this time. But I think, say what you want about the part of me that made that deal, I think he deserved to be loved too.
I don't disagree with you.
He looks at you, Ruby, as you say you don't disagree.
Wait. You said he deserves to be loved too, and I said I don't disagree with that. I disagree with the part of you that thought that there was nothing worth fighting for. I was stupid enough to think that these people didn't have your back, even if they didn't show it in the best ways. Also, if you didn't want to clean the bathrooms, just say you didn't want to clean the bathrooms, okay?
He's like realizing that for the first time.
Did you? You know? No.
You see a person feeling seen for the first time, and then realizing that maybe a certain narrative they've built up in their head isn't 100% true, and then having to reckon with that. And you see, he says, whether you decide to keep me in the brig forever, or leave me somewhere, wherever you stop, whatever you choose to do, I understand no one here is going to forgive me. And he looks at you, Suli. But thank you for what you said. Because I think maybe someday I can try to forgive myself. And he just looks at the shards of the crystal on the ground. And he says, thanks for talking to me. And he kind of just, I guess, submits to being taken to the brig after that.
I do have a question for him. Chaz, how did you get that crystal? And who did you make the contract with?
The other version of me, he made a deal with the Red Wraith. Luckily, I got killed pretty soon after. I didn't get to sabotage much of the Reaper's plans or the Greenlighter's plans, but the Wraith apparently wanted an in with the Reaper for a long time and finally found a way. I got killed in a fucking bar fight. We stopped over at Palea to, like, requisition some, ores for weapons and stuff, and some guy who I guess lived there. Oh, Rocco over there. Fuck you, Rocco. He's Rocco.
Wait, so that wasn't why you were going for Rocco? You were just going for a different related reason?
No, he's the one who killed me and, like, made it so that I lost the power. The other me was really mad about that. I don't know why, but for some reason, the bond just kept getting stronger. But only when those versions of myself were at the wheel. Sometimes I heard him in my head, but it also just manifested in this way, and one day I felt a push to buy a certain item at a shop. I don't know, the guy's name was Balthazar or something. He had a cat. No, the cat's name was Balthazar. The guy's, I don't know, I bought it from the cat.
Makes sense.
I'm sad because Suli does not know who that is.
Well, she lived in Yasar. She might have stopped by.
Wait, he had the crystal? Kooky old guy?
Yeah, I mean, he just ran a magic shop. I mean, the crystal itself is not evil. It just reveals illusory script. Like, he just revealed the kind of, like, ink that...
But he said he talked to him through it? He can't talk to him without that? Is that what he said? Oh, is it because he has to read the illusory words? Maybe?
Yeah, it's sort of like... the other him would write in this language, and then the other person would reread it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see.
You guys take Shaz to the brink.
Yeah.
So wait, when does it get stronger though? Like, when would the former Shaz come back? Shaz.
You get the sense that you get the sense that it was just time. Like, this pact was just getting stronger over time. So, like, that version of Shaz was like 3 years ago, basically. And over time, just the Red Wraith was like, fuck it, I got extra I got extra magic, sure. You're not using any of it for some reason, but like, here you go. You imagine the Red Wraith probably give him some kind of like, oh, if the Green Liners are doing this, or if the Reaper is doing this, let me know, and just never really heard him. He's like, it's probably fine. Red Wraith has a bunch of million other things to do, and probably has a million warlocks at this point, or like other people sort of enslaved to his cause, or indebted to him in some way. Shaz was just one among many. Warlock Pact grew in strength as the Wraith grew in power, and Shaz's other self benefited from that in some way, to the point where it became like a full possession.
After everyone, after someone presumably leads him to the brig, I just like lie down on the deck, like, that was a lot. I didn't know if that would work.
I'll make sure someone actually guards him. There's not going to be trust given. Like Dell, if she can.
Oh, we also, we definitely should keep someone here because we don't know. Do we still think that someone else was doing this with him, right?
Well, no, it was Shaz and his split personality.
I thought we thought that there was two people doing things at the same time, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought because someone... I don't know. I just thought there was a lot of things happening at once that he couldn't have done, but maybe not.
He can teleport places.
He had the mislead, which was allowed him to kind of be in two places at once.
Right. I'm thinking of the water thing, I think.
Yeah, the water thing was more like, you assume that there was two because if Shaz didn't burn, there had to be a second person who didn't, and that's kind of covered by his alter ego. Yeah, a bit of a somber note. I played in my head about like making it be a happier thing, but I just didn't think that was
No.
Makes sense.
Very heavy though. Okay, I think that's a good place to take our break. It's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's take a little breather and then come back to a different vibe and a different playlist.
Yeah, let's have a party.
Super sad.
Well, another party?
Let's have another murder mystery. New one.
All right, I'll kill someone.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, hold on.
Oh yeah. Wait, is Ryan gone already? Oh yeah, he's gone. Okay, see you guys.
I'm here. What's up?
That's our usual time. Oh, I was just gonna say, before you guys leave, would you guys like to time skip in this time, or do you want to continue like being in this moment? Because I don't want to take that from you guys. If you want to like linger and like deal with people waking up and those reactions, or if you want to just skip ahead in time and do something else.
The only scene that might be somewhat important is like letting Bug know and seeing how Bug's gonna react. But other than that, I'm fine skipping.
Okay, I think we can cover that like maybe a little later in time. But yeah, okay, let's take 10.
Bye,
you guys.
forgot what time you said. Oh.
What?
I forgot what time we said to come back, so I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
We didn't
Just
say,
sitting
but
around.
Oh, we didn't say.
I
Okay.
assumed 10 minutes, which you're on a
Yeah.
lot. So.
Okay, cool.
What's up, gang?
Ooh, Chino is a little. I guess not late.
Technically, we didn't finish the conversation until 10:02, so that's why.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna leave for 2 minutes.
Nickel and diamond minute.
Guys, was that too sad? My bad. Was that too sad?
No,
I think
it
fitting.
made sense in context.
No, I thought that was kind of funny. You know, that was like a really funny moment.
No, I really wanted to just like keep hitting him, being like,
I feel like Ruby and I had like the same kind of thought, which is like not everyone who's lonely and gets ignored turns into a major asshole.
right.
And that's a you problem, but Suli said it in a nice
Very nice way.
in a empathetic way, and Ruby's just like, nah man, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that
Ruby got it head on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think Alok didn't get it because he wants Shaz's power of not being noticed. So he's like, "What's the deal?"
That's what I was gonna say.
How do you do that?
I keep on trying to not be part of this, but everything keeps on forcing me to be part of it.
Like, take my thing, I'll take yours.
He's like, I want all the glory and recognition. I'm like, no one recognizes Alok.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except he does have a religion around him, basically. So.
Yeah, but that was kind of more forced on him, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the take Alok's thing, because those people, even they did the milk thing. So Alok's like, take the milking, if anything. Like, at least take that.
Do you want to take up the mantle of the milkman, like the Jedi Robert style?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I don't know. I know what possessed me to do the storyline, but
I feel like it's a good mix because I'm both understanding and empathetic and also mad at him. Yeah. It's a good mix.
It was
because like obviously like a lot of things Gallic can empathize with Shaz and hit where he's at and everything. And then the other part is, and you chose to do this? You literally used a plan that contained Miela's kindness.
Yeah.
You knew the type of person she was, and instead of going towards her and just, you know, actively saying, "Hey, I'm a person," it was no, I'll scheme, kill people, and
right.
Yeah.
He
but
knew
I also,
so much.
Yeah.
Had so much like thinking and cunning in order to put the plan together, and then he's like, you know.
You know, I was thinking, he was talking about everyone having a thing, and I was like, you know, he has a thing we could have like totally utilized. He could have been like an awesome spy to send to a city. No one would notice him. He'd get information. Like we could have known that, but we never thought of him.
But we also kind of failed him with the whole joke about him being forgotten.
Yeah,
we did bring him though to the trials, like you mentioned.
We
did. We give him a shot.
Just to die. It was like a bit then too.
Was it?
No, it was like a. Wouldn't it be funny if we took Shaz because he's just gonna be like gonna die? I don't know.
I think I joked it'd be funny to take Shaz, but then other people like brought up it was actually a good idea because we were gonna do a lot of traveling and he's a ranger, so. That's what we usually.
Oh yeah, he had a good survival check once. He found you guys like mushrooms in the cave on the first day, I think.
You guys are trying to gaslight me, but I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to do a traitor storyline, and I also wanted to clean up the whole Shaz business because I'm like, this guy can't just be.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's good to end the bit.
To the end of time. You know what? This is the end of the bit.
No more bits.
And yeah, it was a very real thing with real consequences. We don't have Barney on the ship anymore. Rocco died, and Alok brought him back. And I think, to me, I wanted the opportunity for you guys to show the crew who you guys are as the leaders of this crew, what decisions you would make in a time of utter crisis. And as I say that, I think, Shaz is led down to the brig. You guys take point on bringing everybody back up out of their paralysis, out of their sleep. You bring them out, and you guys gather on the deck. You explain the situation to them. If any of you want to cut in and be like, "This is exactly what I say," feel free to. But I think you explain to them all, like, it was Shaz. This is what happened. This is what we're doing about it. And yeah, probably. And I think as you guys are explaining, I think Marielle raises her hand and goes, "Hey, are you guys gonna, like, are we killing him for this, or what's happening?"
He's going in the brig until we have a better place to place him. He's, I mean, like, we can't just throw him off board or anything like that just for safety's sake, and
we need to keep an eye on him.
It's best to keep an eye on him. He's not going to be an issue anymore. And a portion of this is somewhat my fault. He's not right in the head, that's for sure.
Why is it your fault?
I didn't pay attention to him enough. Like, a captain should at least know their crew members and their general being of them, and I totally forgot. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
that's interesting, because I don't think you've talked to any of the new people other than Bug.
I've talked to some. I've said sorry to Tallwood once burning his hands. I talked to Cosette.
Did you?
No, well, no, crap.
I thought it was a dream. Is that why my hand is burned?
Anyways, and we haven't.
You
had
see
much
people
time.
going, you know what? My hand
is
a little bit.
Well, you know what? I haven't talked to anyone. Kai, we've never really talked before. Hey.
Oh yes, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Kai. I come from Yasar. I'm actually I have met you, Zisha, before. Of course, crazy to be this close to the matron and like sort of like a almost casual capacity. She made me move bodies earlier. Very cool. Really cool for me to have experienced. Crazy shit happened. Very nice to meet you though.
Yeah, you too, yeah.
And you see Miko in the back's like, that is my man.
You know how to choose him.
He's just so... You see Miko's like composing a ballad in his head in the corner.
This is extrovert and introvert supremacy. Couple supremacy, like
yeah,
you have to
absolutely.
have a balance.
And you see Cosette steps forward. She goes, well, did I give her any... Well, hold on. Let me double check this, actually. Ah, yes. So, I understand the situation. However, I must ask, what measures are we going to put into place to ensure that something like this never happens again? Times are tough enough on these seas without infighting.
I can't... Well, we've never had to, so far, tackle a trader thing, and this has popped up primarily because we were gone for, a handful of years. And, I don't see too much to fear, because also we're gonna have very little chance to interact with the Wraith, except in combat scenarios. Unless anyone here thinks that someone's acting a bit suspicious. I look at Tallwood.
What?
What's your thing?
What, my thing?
Yeah, why did you join the crew? Why did you join the Reaper?
I like animals.
Damn, that's good.
I really fuck with bees.
Oh, really, bees?
Yes, and the mushrooms. You know, when I learned that the Reaper was once the home of a nature creature, spirit, deity, such as an emperor frog, for quite a time,
okay.
I thought, dang nabbit, this is the place for me.
I put my arms around him. We're lucky to have you on board, Tallwood.
Oh, yeah, brother!
Don't hug him too hard, Kellen.
Oh.
My gauntlets, no!
Oh, too firm. Your affection is too robust for my brittle bones.
Alright, yeah.
Everyone fucks with Tallwood now. I feel like you guys were so distrustful of this guy.
And you see, Tallwood says, listen, traitors are a thing. Even in the animal kingdom, there are sometimes people who stray from the pack. Shit happens. I say, if he's in the break, we don't have to kill him. Life is sacred. And Cassette is like, no, we should for sure kill him. He almost killed us. He was like, for sure he's going to kill us. Also, where's Barney? And you see Bug says, well, about that. Barney, he went overboard. He sacrificed himself so we'd all get out. And he was really brave and very cool. And so nobody ever say anything bad about Barney, or I know good magic, and I'll use it against you.
Well, that reminds me. While Bug is saying that, can I do something in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go like off to the side where no one is, and I'm gonna try to send a sending to Barney, just to see if it if it arrives anywhere.
What do you say to Barney?
Hey Barney, it's Tilly. If you're alive, where are you and what's happening?
You send a sending out into the ether. Perhaps a part of you yearns with hope that you will receive a response. A few moments pass. A silence falls over. The murmuring and the arguments of the crew fade into the background. And then you hear, still alive, still fighting, too angry to die. Tell Captain I'm coming. Shh, and the thing cuts out. Almost in the chaos of Barney's mind, you are put to mind of you just hear heavy metal music coming out of Barney's brain as he's fully raging, still in combat somehow.
Okay. I just furiously tapping Ruby on the shoulder, like.
You
alive.
Charade it out. Wait, what?
He's Barney is alive. I just messaged him, and he messaged me back. He says he's still fighting.
Okay.
I don't know how we get to him. We're really far away, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something.
Would it be the most terrible idea ever to release Jazz and say that they can redeem themselves if they bring back Barnacle?
Ooh.
You know, because it's like he was selfish. He tried to serve himself, and he has to save the person that was selfless.
Okay.
I feel like if we're
Good.
gonna do that, we
I
may as well
like
just
it
kill him.
conceptually. I like it conceptually, Ruby, but here's my question. How is he going to get there if he burns in the water?
Seems like a
can he
personal
fly?
problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know.
What if,
Actually,
I mean, ooh, what if I, how far away from Dawnbreak Cove were we at that point when we left Barney?
I would say a couple hours away.
And how far away are we from there now?
I would say at least a full day.
Wait.
Because
Okay.
I mean, you guys jets, turned on the jet boosters, fucked off in a direction, and then did this whole investigation, and then
What if,
didn't stop the ship or turn it around or anything. And to my knowledge, anyway.
I know it's not, I know it's not the best. Okay, I could, if we turned around, I mean, we shouldn't do that because we'll lose so much time turning around, but I could speed us up and go backwards, but it's probably actually faster if I send a message to someone from Dawnbreak Cove and they have the Umbats there. They can fly to go get him, and maybe then they can fly to bring him to us, or at least take him somewhere safe. It would only take them maybe even less than a couple of hours if they're on the bats, because they're really fast and they have magic, so maybe someone can haste them, and I don't know. That's a lot of thoughts. Sorry.
no, it's good. So I like the Yumbats idea. What's the distance for your sending? Are we too far away right now?
Anywhere.
It just has to be on the same plane of existence, which is not an issue in this case. So it just has to be to someone I know in Dawnbreak Cove, but all the big boys are there, so it could really be anyone.
I met a lot of people there, yeah.
So wait, why would we have to turn back then?
Instead of turning back.
It was like an either or kind of thing.
Oh,
but I think it's
it.
better for someone to go get him and bring him to us, because then we can still be on our way to the wherever we're 100%. Going. I actually don't know.
We can't derail the whole mission for him. I think we just need to.
What's up?
I have a long time ago at
oh boy.
like that one island.
I love hearing that. When I hear a long time ago, I'm like, fuck, I gave some kind of item at some point.
Oh, I have another idea from that. Okay, here you go.
Or just so I have basically snorkel equipment, tight-fitting dry suit, flippers, and a mask of water breathing that lasts for 1 hour. Would you say that at least partially protects from the water?
Does that make sense?
Don't you also have a canoe? Didn't we have a canoe in that?
The canoe went into someone's mouth, I believe.
You got. I think you got more.
Is there any rowboats here on the ship?
Oh wait, no, I have a rowboat. But I don't know if it's I think it's a big. No, it's for my useful robe.
Yeah.
Smart. All right. I can give him a better chance. I can send him snorkel gear and a rowboat.
I also have my ring of water walking, so.
Oh, dang.
Are you just speedy courier?
Yeah, I have the courier spell.
I fuck with this.
Do you want to just give him like the ring, or like? Should I? I'll include the patch for the rowboat as well and the snorkel equipment. Anything else?
You see the crew begins to hear of this plan. You see Bug, after having made the declaration of Barney sacrifice himself to help us during that time. Everyone goes, I could throw some stuff in. Suzanne goes, I have a spare healing potion, and she puts it onto the table. You see Cosette goes, I have some oil that can help sharpen his axe. coat it for a moment to give it extra oomph against whatever he's fighting. Puts it into the thing. You see Marielle step up and she says, he's got to be hurt out there. I'm going to put in some bandages for him to patch himself, like a med kit, basically. And you see people step up one at a time. Talbot's like, good berries! And just starts fucking putting a bunch of good berries into the fucking...
Talbot's my man!
And he's just like dropping him into the thing. And then one by one, everybody in the crew contributes something to the help Barney fund. Yeah, Alok, you wordlessly drop some aloe into there.
I'm gonna add a stick of chewing gum that allows you to speak any language you want for 5 minutes, but doesn't let you understand it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Galen.
Finally got use out of it.
Hilarious. When did I give that to you? Is that part of the patches?
Yeah. I'm gonna add in a drop of a strange rainbow-colored liquid in a crystal dropper, which can make a goblet-sized amount of water taste however the user wishes.
That's from Portia's thing.
Yeah. Man, I use some cool items. Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, we've done nothing with them.
On reflection, those are kind of cool. And yeah, one by one, you guys watch as like the spirit of this crew comes together. On 2 different levels, there is this upper deck, this moment of camaraderie and people coming together, and Shaz alone in the brig, languishing. This clear divide between that which makes a crew stronger and that's what makes a crew worse. Selfishness versus selflessness. As you guys come together, you see Bug speaks up, and they're like, "Hey, this is really nice what everyone's doing." This is the new normal, by the way. I'm doing this every fucking time that Bug talks.
Bug is always behind a counter or a table.
Hey, I really appreciate everyone doing this for Barney. I think he's really gonna be stoked whenever I'm not really sure how this is all getting to him. I feel like that part escaped me, but I know that he's gonna live. He's gonna make it out. But you guys always called Barney a dum-dum behind his back, and I think that maybe we shouldn't wait until people like do something awful or do something really sacrificial to be nice to them. And this is more directed at everybody else, not you guys, because it's just the culture. You see something come over, like, I think just like on a passive insight thing, what you are introducing to this crew right now is a freshness and a difference in perspective. A lot of these people, even the people you knew prior, have been hardened and made like more cynical, more, less empathetic, less caring by the harshness of the world that they live in. And for the first time, with the stuff that Portia was saying to you guys earlier when you guys first were talking about you guys being hope, you guys being a symbol for change and things getting better. For the first time, as people look to your example of you coming up with this plan to just give Barney a fighting shot and then doing everything you can to bring him out of there, you see it begin to sort of soften people. You see a renewed sense of like, maybe we're not just going to survive, maybe we can also thrive in this world if we keep on fighting. And as Bug kind of echoes the sentiment of like, Shaz was a preventable thing. We don't have to forgive him, but we need to be better to prevent another Shaz from happening in the future. You can see people like nod at that, acknowledge that like things have to be different on this ship for the ship to make things different in the world. And as you pile this community fund for Barney, you sense the air shift a little bit. You see Bug says, "Wow, you guys, Barney's really gonna love this stuff. And you see Dell's like, yeah, he is. She puts a bunch of meat in the fucking thing. She puts just like a hunk of meat
it's 3 feet by 3 feet. You're really pushing it.
And you see Cosette finally looks at you, Captain. He says, Bonnie's a strong fighter. It's good that you're helping him.
I don't thank me. Thank everyone else pitched in, and thank Suli's the one that actually checked in on him. I did not think he'd still be fighting.
She looks at you, Suli, and she goes, "You're an idealist of some sort."
I guess you could say that.
Oh, coy.
We don't really do ideals in Edelheim. We do mostly rigid rules and harsh realities.
Oh, we do that in Pelea too, but, you know, you gotta have
Rocco goes, yeah! Pelea!
No.
Yeah, you know it.
Wrong crew.
Pelea Pals, hell yeah!
This is not the crew for that.
You see Tolo's like, that place sucks!
That's my guy!
There's
my
no
guy!
trees there! There's no bees!
We need
Let's
to
go
start like
Taiwan!
rival soccer teams or something.
Oh,
'cause
it's
we're
like,
having-
there's no fucking bees! That place is dog doo-doo!
No one's playing Pelea.
everywhere. Ugh.
Gonna
Ruby,
kill some black
are you playing on the Pelea team, Ruby? Are you supporting Pelea?
I mean, yes, we're bonded by surviving that hellhole, you know? So I'm definitely not a
We're
Locky lass.
gonna. Well, I mean, we haven't been there yet. All right,
You're telling me you don't want to put an L on your forehead?
You don't want to take the L like us?
I don't know if you guys can see what you look like.
You guys begin immediately like bantering and arguing about Pelea versus Locky. And I think out of the corner of your eye, a few of you notice Miela kind of like walk out from the Corkin Cove with a little bowl, like a leftover bowl. And it seems warm, and it looks like it's eel monster stew, perhaps reheated or remade from the night before. You watch as she just smiles at you guys, and then it descends down to the brink.
He's gonna poison him. I'm so proud of
She's
her.
getting revenge.
We cut to the break. You poisoned my food, motherfucker. J'accuse. And she just fucking beats the shit out of him in the fucking break. I think, but
Okay,
in this
can I go?
moment, yeah.
Can I go to her really quick? I just want to talk to her before she goes down.
And she goes, "Oh, hello, Suli. How are you?"
Are you? I'm okay. It's a lot. Are you going to see Shaz?
How did you know?
It's a feeling.
You see, she looks at the plate almost with a little bit of guilt, and she says, "My job is to feed people, not to judge them."
Oh no, I think it's good. I think it's good what you're doing. I thought he might. This is kind of weird, but I'd scurry over to my backpack. I thought maybe, I don't know how much time you might feel like spending with him after what he did, but I don't know, I might come down and do it too. My dad had this in his bag, and she pulls out a board game that I've had since like session 1 of this campaign.
The pie show?
Yeah. Yeah. He has this board game, and I just feel like Shaz could use something like normal in his life, like a normal thing that friends do with each other that's not related to anything at all. I don't know. Maybe a couple rounds?
You want me to take it down to him?
Yeah. I'll come down, I think tomorrow. Today was... I gotta change, and I just point down at the bloody robes.
Yeah. Rocco's like, "That's me! That's my blood!"
Yes.
She goes, "It is very good to have you on board, Miss Sully.
You too.
Please, when you have time, please jot down your favorite meal. I would be happy to make it for you sometime."
Ooh. She gets like a zillion ideas. All right,
And then she gives you a little, a little wave, and descends downstairs.
Scurry away.
You guys return order to the ship. You put the beds back where they're supposed to be, clean up the mess in the Corkin Cove, dump the rest of the poison stew out into the waters, or do whatever with it. I don't know. You heal who needs to be healed, flush the poison out of everyone's system, and sail out on the seas with a renewed sense of bonding, I suppose, of connection. It is not, sometimes it is not until the worst has happened that you can see the best in other people. And in this moment, as Gallet, you summon Galdi's speedy courier, it's like a little imp that carries a box, or like,
Yeah,
it's just like a sentient box.
Imagine like a, a wind dip and just say, "Hey, I'm Dropper," I drop things off,
Yeah.
That's how it works.
The name's
I'm gonna drop this package off. I'm Dropper.
See ya, idiot! And he fucks off towards wherever Barney is. Sail out onto the seas, forging on ahead, everyone working in perfect synchrony. Suzanne spends a lot of time with you, Galad, appraising you of like, alright, I really feel like maybe we didn't have enough of a talk about like the systems we have on board. If you want to change them, you can change them, but this is kind of how we're kind of doing night watches. She like drags you and like does all the logistics.
Slowly just losing focus.
Fucking pay attention, because I am not Simon, alright? She keeps doing that. Sully, you go down, you play Pie Show with Shaz. I think in your first visit, maybe he is hesitant to play for most of it, and maybe just only towards the end of the session does he like move one of the tiles. Ruby, what would you like to do? Do you feel like you become renewed in your fervor to do therapy for people, or do you feel like you're like, are you focused on the Barney thing?
I don't know. I feel like I think I would maybe name Bug like, you are now the head of friendships or something. Or you're the nice committee.
I have so many ideas for bonding exercises. Quick, trustful. And they do a trustful.
Just make sure everything's safe first, and then we can. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna do a bonfire every night, and then we're gonna do karaoke, and then we're gonna do an ice cream sale, and then we're gonna do a winter formal.
Ooh, a formal.
And I'm gonna wear a dress, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Bug immediately is like finds their place in the crew of like, oh, such a brilliant idea, Viv. I can't believe I didn't think of this. Your mind. Bug is like, oh my gosh, running around immediately, making friendship bracelets for people. And you guys, Alok, what would you like to do? Do you think you ever go and visit Shaz? Or perhaps do you do anything differently in sort of the travel time to come?
Alok would visit Shaz. We don't need to do a whole, like, actual roleplay though, if you don't want.
He just goes, that was a good knot you tied. You tied me up.
Yeah.
I got out of it if I tried. And I tried.
I learned. Did you? in that circumstance, either way, I learned the best.
And he goes, we don't have to do a whole scene about this.
I agree.
It's
not my vibe either.
I think you had the perfect friend right there from the start.
Well, so we don't have to roleplay it out, but Alok, what he would kind of be talking to Shez about is kind of relating to him. And then also kind of actually what I was joking about earlier, but like saying how, his almost supernatural ability to not be noticed is like not bad because, Alok would kill to have that. But
he means kill.
yeah, he means kill. No, but he like tries to empathize with him, but also be like, hey, it's not so bad, and just speak his mind, I guess, on it.
You see Shaz, like nods along and thanks you for your taking the time out to talk to him. You ascend the stairs from the brig, Alok, and you see Rocco as they're like, just making sure you were safe, King Alok.
Nope. Don't do that.
My king.
Nope. Really, like,
Alok, this is just how we do in play. You're gonna have to get used to it.
is everyone a king and queen in Palea? If that's the case, we actually
we take care of those.
I was gonna say we definitely committed a lot more regicide than we thought then.
Listen, I already have sort of a deity that I worship, but I'm a lockhead now.
Oh. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
I hear in the distance and I just nod and start thinking of t-shirt ideas. Oh, it's gonna get big.
Hey, the last person that did that died, so don't.
Oh yeah.
And the last thing Alok would do is he would take a moment when no one else is around to actually take his glove off and take a look. Assuming this was still on that same day, at least as part.
Absolutely. You look at your hand and you see that the flesh of it is completely gone. There are perhaps like some parts of your hand where like the flesh still connects up in like tendrils a little bit, but stops after a certain point, and all just becomes like spiritual, like energy, like ectoplasm, like ghost stuff, just ethereal, barely existing, but strangely very similar to what your bow kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like feel it, and like it feels weird. It's almost like numb, like it fell asleep almost kind of feeling. And I like play with it on my bow, and it feels almost more connected, maybe like easier. Not obviously mechanically, but like he feels a little more like a weird connection. Like it's a natural.
It's almost like usually the ethereal bow, you had to kind of like get used to the fact that you were pulling strings, but not feeling the natural resistance of them in a way that like was almost like uncanny. But now that your fingers are made of this ethereal energy, the spirit energy, it feels perfect in your drawing hand.
I will make sure to glove my hand back up. I'm not going to let anyone see this.
You hide it at all times. No one has to know. Yes, Galen.
As you know, when you have intrusive thoughts in your mind, this might be one for you, Alok. Just throwing this out there.
Okay.
You might think, can you now or can you not clip your nails? Because if it keeps growing, what will you do?
What a way. That's just not where I thought that was going.
I think Alok is not thinking about that, but he will cross that bridge when he gets there. And it will either be a problem or
it's like dead, right? It wouldn't grow, right?
Well, that means what if he didn't plan this? So if he didn't perfectly cut them,
no, it's always bad. It's always a little.
Oh, they're just always gonna be like, oh no.
Will you use my channel divinity? Will your fingers start to react?
The turn undead? Which one?
Yeah.
Turn your hand goes like this.
I'm like, stop
it! Whoa! Wait a minute. You all continue to live aboard the ship. Perhaps a few you get to know some of these newer members a little bit more. You get to see what some people can do, have a couple more conversations. Gal really fucks with Tallwood now.
Me and Tallwood are already talking about bees.
My favorite part is the stinger.
Oh, really? I like how they carry pollen and nectar. That's kind of I like that.
I like that they're like, fuck you, let's die.
Oh yeah, and it's got
really
poison and their guts go out and what champs.
This is not gonna be my original characterization, but we're rolling with it. And as you sail along on the second day of the journey, you know, the night passes. Night watch is uneventful. Maybe one of you guys or a couple of you guys join whoever's on night watch. I think it's Cosette and Marielle on this night. Cosette's just pacing back and forth, going, the most efficient path to observing is a circular motion. She just paces in a circle, looking in every direction, like so. You will get dizzy after a while. Ignore it. And you see Marielle is like just like sort of like standing up at the fucking crow's nest, hands behind her back, bare feet on like the railing, just looking forth. Every now and again you guys do have to like defeat some like sea monsters that crop up, but with your combined strength it is not too much of an issue because we're not gonna run a sea combat every other fucking episode. And the next day passes uneventfully as well. I'm really fast forwarding here so we can get you guys off this boat and do other stuff. Eventually, about midway through the second day, all of you notice it gradually happening. The faster you go and the further you go on the Reaper towards the northeast, the colder it seems to get. Those of you who habitually maybe only wear like light robes or light clothing find yourselves shivering as the temperature begins to drop drastically. At first, it is just in the air, and then eventually it feels like it's wafting up from the sea itself. Now and again, you have to commit energy, resources to diverting the ship out of the way of icebergs. At first, it's like there's just these little chunks floating, red tinged as well, but really mostly the parts of it that are submerged and touching the water, sort of the center of mass of the icebergs, seem to be kind of like mostly like normal ice still, maybe a little bit pink, as if the fluidity of water is sort of necessary for the corruption to occur. Like the solid ice is less affected, or maybe takes longer. It needs to be exposed directly for it to be corrupted in a similar way. As you travel, though, the ice gets larger as you pass, denser, closer between them. And you see Cosette stands there. She goes, well, I'm finally home. Welcome, everybody, to Edelheim. You see in the distance a massive structure of land. There is barely any coast to be seen, as most of it feels like Edelheim is raised up above sea level, literally by ice. You don't feel like you're approaching a cove or a beach, but like a wall of ice up in the distance. And you know when you get there, when you get to the top of that to do what you gotta do, it's gonna be even colder as you ascend in altitude. There is, you know, some like rivets and paths that lead down from the ice, not like a lift like they have in Palestrom, but like harsh like slopes to ascend to get up to the upper level. Liz is gonna have to draw winter outfits for everybody involved.
Oh yeah, you know it. Everyone gets Santa outfits.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that'd be perfect.
And there is a small little cove at the very bottom where your ship can dock. You see, I want to say, you guys are docking here. Oh, you guys want to dock here?
Oh, we're on the other map. We're on the ship map, I think.
You're fucking right. I forgot that I've been on this
didn't crack or anything.
You guys are here. So you know the ice giant is sort of on this side. Would you guys like to travel up this way and kind of like dock closer to where everything is, or do you guys like to dock on the opposite side, or like maybe down here and then kind of like trek on foot?
Your pings are not showing up for me.
I see them.
I see them.
You're on the right map though, right?
Yeah, I saw them.
Edelheim, Locky, yeah.
So here, or like sort of here, this little nook.
Do we know where any big cities
like,
are?
Here? Are you talking about here?
Yeah. Oh, ping her. Chino pings.
So this cove right here, more remote, more like maybe more opportunity for like traveling in a stealthy way. Here on the other side is closer to a major civilization, Coldwater. It's a big dock.
And also close to the Giants.
Closer to the Giants, but you're kind of going into a bigger city and all of what that entails. The other port is called Frosthaven. So you have Coldwater or Frosthaven. It's a theme, okay? And you can go in either direction. One offers you more like, hey, we're gonna dock somewhere nondescript, try to lay low, and like kind of finish the trek to the ice giant. It's gonna take a little longer, but it's maybe safer in that sense that like there'll be less eyes on us because it's a lesser used port. Or you're gonna go to the main port and be like, fuck it, we ball, like we're gonna just try to not get noticed, you know, do what we can, but be closer to where the action is.
Question
yeah.
And statement for the group. The question, I feel like I remember hearing at one point that Edelheim is kind of like on the Red Wraith side, or like somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit. You know that the Frozen Prince, the leader of Edelheim, it has been converted to the Red Wraith in the same way that Valair is against the Red Wraith.
Okay.
So like the places you guys were at are against the Red Wraith, the places you didn't get to are with him.
So at least the second thing, which is that we want to not be noticed by the Red Wraith, because he still doesn't know we're back, I believe, so...
Yep, he still doesn't know. Shaz was stopped in time.
Okay.
Do we think that maybe it's easier to, like, blend in a bigger city?
Well...
Because I know we were surrounded by more, like, threat, but also surrounded by more people to blend in with. It depends. I feel like if you go to a small city, you stick out.
We still have to dock our ship.
Oh,
and
that's a good point.
We are like disguised. That is a failure point. Yeah, and I'm willing to bet that we're just more likely to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You see Susuyan goes, oh, hey, do you guys remember like when you were in Castlemond and then you paid a little bit extra for the ship to have like disguise capabilities? That's like still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, in case you forgot, because I guess it wasn't that long ago for you guys. You would remember. It was a while ago for me.
I'm surprised you remember that, because I didn't put that in the video. I cut that out.
Wow.
I remember everything.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I remember some things. And you see Cosette goes, yes, well, you know, Frosthaven, definitely safer. There's less of a military presence there. It is not a small town per se. It is mostly sort of like merchants, that sort of thing, as a lesser port that is sort of like facing Tarai in a way. It's often easier for people to get to here versus going all the way around. So you'll find more opportunistic people there, people with a certain amount of wealth. Not to be trusted in my opinion, but certainly no more dangerous than the Imperial Guard, who will be stationed heavily in Coldwater. Although, if you want to minimize the trek, I mean, listen, I'm sort of like down with the cold, as you know. But others might not take as well the conditions. It is rather brutal. Some people just can't handle it, like me.
Wait, they can't handle you, or you can't handle the cold?
Both, baby.
What happened?
Sorry.
Did she just change? Did anyone else like notice that?
What's up?
Look, we're in Edelheim. This is where she gets to do her thing.
She's getting like more.
Edelheim.
She's getting weirder as we get closer.
She gets uncomfortable. Like, so what's it gonna be?
Huh. It's those things the cold does. It like energizes them.
Yeah.
Yes, in Edelheim, it is customary to talk very closely to people's faces. It's very cold there, you see.
It's for warmth. Yes,
it's for warmth. Are you interested in warmth, Captain?
In general, sure, but
start a fire. She walks away.
Wow.
Well, despite what she said, I think we'll all be fine once we get there. We just need to start the next session when we have new outfits, and then we should be good.
Yeah.
In character.
Because you see, Nico says, I've had a lot of time to, so sort of just, Will pretends that you told me sort of like what outfits you wanted ahead of time. I can use what we have on hand to fashion you some extremely fashionable outfits.
And detailed, extremely detailed.
Oh, very much. It will be sort of like lots of like line work and sort of like really intricate designs.
Like a high resolution to get everything you need there.
And if it's off, we can just send it back, or...
Yeah!
I will not settle for low quality fashion for all of you. It's the least I can do. It's been a while. It's clearly since you've
and it still emphasizes all our many items we've gained over the years.
Yes, I will design a separate pocket and holder for sort of all the things that you would normally have on your person.
Which you wouldn't have forgotten over the time.
Sounds perfect.
And I wanted to have lots of layers, for the warmth and sort of like folds and wrinkles everywhere. So to give
I speak for all of us, Nico, in saying thank you for offering this yourself.
Of course, and Kai will be helping me out every step. This is Kai. Have you met my boyfriend? And you see, he goes, hello? I will help with sew. And I will help with costume change.
Kai's gotten real good at this over the last 7 years.
It's crazy what men will do for love. I prick hand with needle many times. Never give up.
What a sweetheart. I'm happy for you guys. I still prefer us to be safe. I think we should go safe.
To be clear, yeah, we're going to the smaller one. We're probably bringing Cosette with us, right?
I mean, it'd be kind of weird if we did.
Yeah.
Super weird.
I mean, it's like us not bringing Lula with us to the Pharaoh. Oh
no, Lula's on the fucking couch next to Sima. Oh, they said my name.
Cut. Love imagining cuts to the poker game whenever I am sad. Just like, yeah, they're still there.
Yeah, fucking
all 5 of them.
All the B team is there going, God damn, that Shaz guy? Who is that guy? Look at Suma. Who was that guy?
Even Kana. Even Kana can't remember him.
Kana's like, man, I don't know.
I didn't see that coming.
I've watched them for many iterations, and I still don't know.
That's never happened. They've never had a conversation with that guy ever.
That's the weird part, the conversation, not the betrayal.
Yeah, you get all jazzed up in your outfits. I think Nico handcrafts them to maybe fit over whatever you usually wear. Like for those of you who wear armor, at least, or maybe just spruces up your armor to like make it warmer. Or maybe just layers underneath. I don't know. Whatever gives Liz less of a headache. Or more of a headache. I don't know.
No, you see, this is
woven with fur.
This is how games work. There's your armor that's canonical to the mechanics of the game, and then there's your character design armor, and they're not the same.
We were armored up on the beach episode. We were fully armored.
It's like when you play like an RPG or something like that, and no matter whenever you change your equipment, it just look the same the whole time.
Yeah.
And eventually, yes, you begin to dock at Frosthaven. You see it is as you come around and enter this sort of like bay, this cove over here on the like like the southern tip of Edelheim on the western side. You see sort of like almost like built, carved out of ice. You see a thriving, bustling port town. The ships themselves all seem to like almost as like I don't know if you would call it an adaptation, but all the wood seems to be tinged with a pale, like light blue hue. Sails themselves are like ghastly, like white, almost as if all the ships want to like blend in to their surroundings, perhaps for stealth reasons, perhaps for historical reasons. You approach Frosthaven, and the like illusion magic hovers over the Reaper, matching the wood to be the right color, the sails to be the right color. Everybody's like standing there on deck in their parkas and their hoods, like fur everywhere, and you begin to dock. A new island awaits you, a new adventure. There are allies waiting inside, not to mention, perhaps Gallant, as you dock, you don't know if it's in your head or if you hear it for real, but you hear a distant somewhere out there. You just know, the moon is not quite full right now, but you're like, in a convenient amount of time, it will be.
It just feels like a few days away.
It with all the red mist.
Maybe someone needs to blow a little bit of air to part the clouds. I don't know. But you dock at Frosthaven, and we will pick back up on this new chapter of the Reaper's adventure next time. Thank you all for a lovely, lovely session. I wanted to give inspiration to all you guys, but especially you, Liz. You really knocked it out of the park talking to Shaz. I feel like I really let you take the reins on like having that conversation, and I feel like you really like masterfully navigated it as a role player. And I think all of you guys, the little choices, Viv deciding to make Bug in charge of friendship. It was like
correct.
It was just so perfect that I can't believe that it wasn't already the case. But like it would have been bad if it was already the case. It was like the perfect place to get to. Like we couldn't start there, but like having it get there, it just made Bug make sense as a character. Like
so
instantly.
awful.
It's so wonderful.
Amazing.
Bug is gonna make Alok do so many icebreakers.
That's why it's awful. He's gonna be like, wait, you're telling me you even talked to these people? Have you been on the ship with them for months? Like, really?
You see, Cosette says, that is considered an extremely offensive thing to say in our culture. You can't say icebreaker. We reserve that only for the worst of society.
I wonder if Wayne the Ice Johnson is here.
Oh my gosh, dude, we have to find him.
Yeah, new island. We closed out the trader arc, the trader mini arc. I apologize again for the long continued break.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for coming back into this session with such great energy, such great roleplay. And I think that, despite that gap, I think we really like tied a bow on this chapter in like a way that makes it feel like complete and like exciting to push forward. Yeah, it's very satisfying. I think we got there. You know what I mean?
I very much
I'm
like
excited
how
to get to New Island.
Yeah, it ended with the I didn't think about it, but yeah, it's like the work environment changes so much when you get a new boss. Yeah. Especially if it's a boss that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was like, I wanted to do this Shaz storyline, but I didn't want to have it come off like I am like chastising the players for not talking to an NPC. I wanted to make it clear that this was like a culture thing on the Reaper that sucked, but also was a little bit caused by the harsh conditions they were in. Suzanne is like, listen, someone had to scrub the fucking poop deck, and it's like, if someone's not gonna be on deck, I'd rather be the worst fighter. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like, this is just what makes sense to me. And like, it sucked for Shaz, but like, it had to be done. But at the same time, it's like, things can be different and better. You know what I mean? And just because it was like that doesn't mean it can't be changed and that we should.
It's not like Shaz was purely a victim.
Yeah, he wasn't purely a victim.
I think also in your defense, in editing the videos, there have been many, many moments where this has happened. So this isn't like a new thing that the shipmates are mean to him. There have been many times you had the shipmates say something or like do something to Shaz. So it's always been there. It's not new.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, I don't know. Part of me is like, hey, I made Shaz a real character now. For better or for worse, you know? But also like I wanted to, I don't know what possessed me to put so many new members on the Reaper, but it kind of just what made sense. I was like, if the Reaper's gonna be part of the Greenliners, they're not gonna keep the same crew. You guys made that where some of them will have died for real, for real. It'll be different people when you get there, and that's important. But also like, I don't want them to all just kind of like you guys and trust you guys immediately. I don't want it to feel that way. So I wanted to like, and that was a moment that you guys orchestrated together that just like happened because of who you guys are as players. Like Liz setting the sending, and then like Viv like collaborating on that and like forming this plan to help out Barney, and then everybody pitching in. Like Gully's Speedy Courier got used once in the Labyrinth, I think, and then just now comes back as like this cool way to like give help to an ally far away. And it led to this conclusion that like when we went for break, I was like, I don't know how to pull out of this. I don't know how to I felt like the vibe is in a nosedive, not in like a bad way, but like it's kind of dark. Like, how do we steer out of this? And I feel like you guys handed me that, like on a silver platter, which was really cool.
It was nice.
The vibe's dark. The red race is currently killing like everyone here. So I feel like there's no saving that.
Yeah, but you guys are doing fucking friendship exercises on the
also, I really liked that kind of ending for Shaz, where it was he got what he wanted with is being remembered, but he's gonna be remembered for the worst thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like a monkey's paw, like in a way. Yeah. But also like that's a lot more of a deserved type thing too.
Yeah.
It's a nice mix. I very much liked coming back to this episode or this session.